we have officially reached the playoffs. Man, time flies. And the Packers got the bye, so I got nothing to worry about.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is popping, y'all? It is your man, Cloudboy Bills, and welcome to another episode of Weekly Predictions. Oh my goodness. Wisco Sports Weekly Predictions. As we all know, officially we have reached the postseason. And as a Packers fan, we got the bye, so we don't play this week. We just find out who our opponent is for next week. As well as the Tennessee Titans, who, as all the other team that has the bye, they'll wait to find out who their opponent is. Of course, as this works, the lowest remaining seed plays the number one seed next week. So, of course, interesting games, interesting matchups. I can't believe what has really transpired in these last couple of weeks and where we're at. There's teams in the playoffs that I thought wouldn't even been close to even making it this year, which is just insane and mind-blowing in its entirety. So we got 2 matchups on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday Night Football, the final Monday Night Football game of the year. I was fooled, but this time they, of course, were talking and they wanted to do one more. So that's great, but obviously it'll be less games the next couple weeks because, there's only 4 games next week and 2 the week after, and of course, the Super Bowl. So, you know what? We're going to try to enjoy this as much as we can. This is a nice way for the Packers to rest up and get ready for next week through whoever we play. I think it's going to be a great deal. So, great matchups this week. Obviously, today's video, I'm going to be giving my predictions on the 6 matchups that we have for you this weekend. So, that's that. If you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and of course, let's get to the show. Starting things off, we have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. So, I'm obviously going to do a little summary on each team's just on their season. So anyways, the Vegas Raiders. This was a team I don't think anybody had in the playoffs this season. Same thing with Cincinnati. So this is a very unexpected matchup, and a matchup I think a lot of people didn't expect to even take place. Now, the Raiders, they had a very up and down season. They were looking very good in the start, then slowly went away, and then they started to win more games, and all of a sudden they just somehow got into the playoffs. It just happened like that. Despite everything that's happened to the Raiders this season, when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about John Gruden getting fired midway through the season due to the email controversy, Henry Ruggs getting arrested and for the DUI, and of course you also saw Nate Hobbs and Damon Arnett also get arrested as well. This has just been a very hard season for Las Vegas, but you know what? I give credit to their intern coach for really pushing through and getting them in this position. So I'm really happy to see Las Vegas really get in this spot. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. What a turnaround their franchise. I mean, are you kidding me? No one had Cincinnati even making the playoffs. They had them dead last, and they win the division, which is just insane to even think about. Joe Burrow is looking more confident and more confident each game. Jamar Chase, I'm pretty sure, is a lock for Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's got weapons all around. Joe Mixon's also having a great year. The only thing that Cincinnati does lack is they don't have the greatest defense. However, against, minor teams, Cincinnati has blown out a lot of opponents, which I think is huge because Cincinnati is going to grow and grow each year. And I think Joe Burrow is going to be a great franchise quarterback. I think it's pretty solid. I think we just had to give him a year just to see what was going to happen, and I think we got what we were looking for. When I look at these two, both these teams faced off in the regular season. Cincinnati won that matchup. I'm not completely sold on Vegas, even though I think they can make noise, even in any game. But, I think the Bengals, from what we've seen from Joe Burrow and this offense, especially against, the 500 passing yards against Baltimore, a huge win against Kansas City in the recent weeks. I think Cincinnati is on a real hot pace right now. Obviously, resting Joe Burrow was the good decision as he got a little bit injured, but I think this was a huge deal. I'd say Cincinnati gets this win. I feel like they're going to go into this game with a lot of confidence, and they're going to win the first game. Next up, New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. So this is the part 3 of this matchup. Obviously, Buffalo ended up winning the division, and New England ended up coming in second. New England, a big surprise. Cam Newton was thrown out of the team at the beginning of the season, and Mac Jones ended up getting the starting role, and he did not disappoint. He wasn't fantastic, but he was good enough to get New England wins. Because first off, New England's defense is a very great defense. Now, Buffalo, on the other hand, a lot of people are like, Josh Allen's going to be the MVP. Everyone's saying Buffalo is going to be super good with the season that they were close to making the Super Bowl. They made it to the NFC Championship game for the first time in forever. Buffalo, I wanted to see so much from Buffalo, but we didn't get to see everything. But I think this is the big opportunity for Buffalo to really be seen. And sometimes Josh Allen may not have his greatest games. However, I want to be able to see that from him in the future. New England, I feel like with Mac Jones, just is not ready yet. I will say this is a very close game. However, I believe Buffalo will squeak out with the win in this game. Alright, so those are our Saturday matchups. Going on to Sunday, we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay obviously tied with the Packers for the best record in the NFL. However, the Packers had the tiebreaker. Tampa Bay ended up getting the second seed, and they are going to be facing, well, let's just say a team that really shouldn't have got in, but they did because of their easy schedule. The Philadelphia Eagles. They're not the most impressive team, but they are there, and they're not and there's a lot of things about their team I think, that could be better, but they're just a team that's there. Jalen Hurts isn't the greatest quarterback. He's young, he's inexperienced, he's going to grow. Maybe he isn't the guy. Who knows? But so far, they have a very promising young team that's going to build over time, and they're going to be super good. Tampa Bay, on the other hand, they won the Super Bowl. They're looking to defend the Lombardi Trophy. They want to get it back. Tom Brady wants his 8th ring. It's going to be a very, very, I'll just say good game. I really think it's going to be a good game. However, Tampa Bay at home is still going to be unstoppable. And even though Tampa Bay is without Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin, I don't think it's going to matter for this game. I want to see Philadelphia do something, but I just don't think they have what it takes as of right now to beat Tampa Bay. I'm going to take the Buccaneers because they are the champs from last year, and why not? All right, next up, San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. San Francisco, this was a team that won the division 2 years ago, then very disappointing season last year, and then this year they got in the playoffs in the wild card. They're facing a red-hot Dallas team that's how I thought Dallas was going to be last year. I mean, everybody thought Dallas was going to be super, 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 super good. And then now we're starting to see the whole potential of Dallas. No Michael Gallup, but I don't really think it matters because Dallas is just somehow able to figure it out no matter who's on their team. The 49ers, I think, will actually make this a very contested game. We're seeing a lot. They're really competing. George Kittle and Deebo Samuel are fantastic weapons to have on your offense, and especially a running game that with Elijah Mitchell and even Deebo Samuel in the backfield can really just be dangerous because San Francisco has a fantastic offensive line, and it's just going to be hard to really beat teams. However, Dallas has a guy that named Micah Parsons, who is unfreaking believable, and as well as Trayvon Diggs the season that he's having out in the backfield. Dallas has so many big-name players that are just having big-name seasons. Dallas, I know, wants to win a game. I feel like they want to really get into this. I feel like they should win this game. I like saying upsets, but, I don't want Dallas to win, but I partially do, because if that was the case, San Francisco would have to face Green Bay, and I just don't want to see that because of the history. So in all honesty, I'm going to say Dallas wins just because they're at home, and I think they have so much. The way Dallas has been playing the last couple of weeks, they've just been looking so dominant, and I just don't know how anyone can stop them as of right now. So that's that. I'll take Dallas. All right, Sunday Night Football. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw this matchup not too long ago, and Kansas City made Pittsburgh look like a juvie team. This is going to be Big Ben's retirement party. I kind of feel bad for Pittsburgh. It's nice that they got into the playoffs and Big Ben gets another chance to shot, but, even though these loyal Pittsburgh fans keep saying Yinzer mode activated and they wave the terrible towels and whatsoever, they're stupid for thinking that they even have a chance to even win this game after what happened last time. Like, who wants to watch Big Hamburger Helper throw 4-yard passes out to his running backs and receivers and think that that's going to really work after Kansas City was really showing and dominating last time? As much as I want to see a competitive game, I just don't see it. I don't believe that we're going to see that in this game. I should gladly take Kansas City. Even though in my past videos, most of the time I pick Kansas City, they lose. And I always pick against them. And I always like to do that, and they end up winning. I picked Kansas City to win the Super Bowl last year, and they lost. I picked Kansas City to actually lose to Buffalo, and Buffalo lost. So, you know what? That was talking last year. So, you know what? I completely have my doubts on Kansas City if they're really... Because, I don't know if Patrick Mahomes... I think Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback and all, but Kansas City should win this game. There's no way they're not winning this game. I'm just saying, they gotta win it. All right, final matchup. Arizona Cardinals, Los Angeles Rams, Part 3. Arizona, Kyler Murray, they were undefeated to start the season, 7-0, and then Rasul Douglas gave them their first loss, and from then on, they didn't really look the same. Injuries kept humming on. J.J. Watt was out for a while. Now he's back. That's a good plus. And who knows? Even a loss to Detroit for the Arizona Cardinals. That's sad. The Rams, on the other hand, I don't trust Matthew Stafford when it comes to the playoffs, but the Rams have been super good all because of Cooper Kupp. I'll be honest with you, if the Rams didn't have Cooper Kupp, I just don't see them doing much at all in the playoffs. Cooper Kupp is just having one of the seasons that anybody can have, but you got to give Matthew Stafford credit because he was the quarterback when Megatron had the unbelievable season too. So you know what? You got to give him credit. But even though I think Matthew Stafford is just not going to be the guy that you can really trust going down to the playoffs, I'd say he gets the win here against Arizona, only because Arizona's inexperienced. I think Kyler Murray still is not quite ready. I think Arizona's offensive line still needs a little bit of work to really protect Kyler, and I think Aaron Donald is going to have a monster game. I think we're going to get a close match. I think we're going to get a very close game, but I think in the end, I feel like the Los Angeles Rams are going to come out victorious. So that's that. If you like what you saw, comment below, subscribe, and as always, stay safe and be smart. Obviously, make smart decisions. That's what's most important. Go Pack Go. Enjoy this weekend. We will see you next time.